Terry Gibson and Rob Palmer.
Well, this is a rare second of silence for these seasoned superstars before they enter the arena. The familiar Barcelona hymn greets FC Barcelona and Real Madrid. It's always a game of emotion, but a different kind of emotion this week. After a week of mourning for Johan Cruyff, it's an evening of celebration of his life and how much he did for Football Club Barcelona. Gracias, Johan. It's not a spelling mistake. It is, of course, imprinted in Catalan. When Johan Cruyff actually signed for Barcelona, the only place that the people of Catalonia could speak the language they preferred was within this stadium. When he came to the club, it was just after a ban on foreign players. It is a record. He came in, he changed the playing style, he changed the philosophy, he changed the mentality of the club, and has left an imprint forevermore on this wonderful football club. The stories of Cruyff are legendary. His first ever Clasico was a 5-0 at the Bernabeu, where he scored a goal and got a couple of assists as well. And it actually induced the birth of his son Jordi, so that he could play in the game. Jordi Cruyff is here tonight, one of the guests of honour, with the 8 living presidents of Football Club Barcelona. Well, these are the 11 men who are going to try to extend the lead at the top of the table this evening. The side really does select itself. Only Jeremy Mathieu was unavailable for selection, but this is undoubtedly the strongest 11. And an evening of sentiment as well. Rafinha, who's been out since September, is back amongst the fold. The only big dilemma for Real Madrid was really who played at right back. Would it be Carvajal or would it be Danilo? Interestingly, Casemiro starts in the centre of defence. He was dropped for the previous game between these two teams, when maybe Rafa Benitez picked a starting 11 on shirt sales and popularity rather than on form. We have a debutant in the middle tonight, Senor Hernandez. His first ever Clasico. He's been dreaming of this game since he started refereeing at the age of 10. Every footballer ever born would dream of playing in a game like this, Terry.
Certainly expectations are high, aren't they, when these two teams meet? With real quality.
Before the game, there will be a tribute and a minute's silence to Johan Cruyff, who, as you know, sadly passed away too early at the age of 68.
Oh, yeah.
Well, most of the 98,000 fans inside the stadium remembering the great Johan Cruyff. He was the man who they say managed to silence the Bernabeu back in 1974 in that famous 5-0 victory. Charlie Rayshak, his pal, said it was so quiet there that you could hear the mosquitoes buzzing around the stadium. Well, there'll be no sentiment at all from Real Madrid. This is the eternal rivalry. It's 100 years ago this week that these two sides met in their first football match. A guy scored 4 goals, called Bernabeu. They named a stadium after him. There's actually a feeling at the moment they should rename this stadium when it is redesigned after the great Johan Cruyff. The players and the fans have shown their respects tonight. But Real Madrid are in town and they are having a sip at the last gasp saloon in their chances of doing anything in La Liga. Barcelona way out at the top of the table, but this is a different Real Madrid to earlier in the season, Terry, isn't it?
Well, we'll see, Rob. It's always interesting to see at the start of the game the tactics that the managers are employing. Real Madrid look at the moment as if they're quite content to sit back in their own half, allow Barcelona possession. The defensive areas are nice and compact. Messi playing slightly more in field at the moment than I imagined he would. Anywhere where he can get on the ball and influence the game is crucial to Barcelona.
The referee has his first big decision to make. Busquets goes down as Barcelona wear away. There's a little sympathy for the two men who are requiring medical attention in the centre circle. Barcelona felt that Luis Suarez had a goal-scoring opportunity then.
Pepe goes in, the type of challenge you expect in the opening minutes of the game, and Sergio Busquets just gets the ball away in the look of time. Genuine challenge from Pepe. Busquets just got there first, moved the ball on in super slow motion. It looks as if it's a really late challenge, but just a fraction of a second in the challenge from Pepe.
Well, it is an evening of artisans, but they are the two warriors in the team. Pepe of Real Madrid and Busquets, the ball winner in midfield for Barcelona. It's Luis Enrique up against Zinedine Zidane. They famously had a spat just over a decade ago when Zinedine Zidane was accused of scratching the face of Luis Enrique. There's a foot in the way there from Modric, who for the moment at least is settling into the centre-back position.
Appeals for a back pass there, but it was just a stretch from Luka Modric, and just to get something on the ball to deny Barcelona the first goal-scoring opportunity of the game.
Well, for Real Madrid tonight is a time for vengeance. They were humiliated at the Bernabeu earlier in the season. A 4-0 success, which really was the beginning of the end for the previous coach, Rafa Benitez. There goes Suarez. Pepe was, well, it appeared to be keeping him onside. The referee could only react to the advice of the flagman on this near side.
It's a good movement from Luis Suarez, who he's very close. I would have thought he was onside. It's a dangerous game from Real Madrid to play that defensive line so high up the pitch. An awful lot of pressure on the player, delivering the pass into Suarez. And you just know that Suarez is going to continue making that run.
Jordi Alba. Oh, well, the two assistant referees have been prominent in the opening 4 minutes of this game.
Gareth Bale again making the point that he felt he was onside.
Well, the man he thought was keeping him onside was Alves here,
yep.
But he was. So we have that. Well, more cameras than ever before covering this game tonight. And I'm told that there's actually an experiment in virtual reality. Terry can explain that one to you later on. Here's Mascherano. Jordi Alba. Busquets. These are players who need no introduction. World Cup winners. The World Player of the Year there. Possibly two of the greatest players ever in Ronaldo and Messi, head-to-head again. Of course, Barcelona won earlier in the season when little Messi was making his comeback. He made a late appearance as a substitute. The referee is taking his time over the decisions here. He just maybe counted to 3 there before punishing Casemiro.
He just about got that one right, but he did take his time and deliberated over it. Looked at his assistant referee, who didn't give him much help.
A test of the Real Madrid defence. They haven't kept a clean sheet in the last 20 games against Barcelona.
They have the personnel here to deal with high balls into the box from Barcelona.
Neymar, Iniesta. It was a well-choreographed routine.
It's worth the try, as I said, using your imagination. Because you would feel the high ball into the box will favour the likes of Ramos and Pepe and Casemiro.
Alves to Messi. Neymar. Rakitic. Barcelona settling into their style of football. The architect of the start, Johan Cruyff, when he was the manager, won 4 titles in a row. He won the European Cup for the first time in 1992 at Wembley Stadium as manager. There's the rookie manager, Zinedine Zidane. Played in plenty of these games, scored a couple of goals. He served his managerial apprenticeship with the Real Madrid reserve team. And now he's in the hot seat, his Clasico debut in his trench coat. Mascherano leaves it to Piqué. We had a goal in the opening 4 minutes last season. 32 seconds was the fastest ever. And it has been a sluggish start. Both sides just jabbing each other. Alves letting Cristiano Ronaldo know there's a round.
Yep, it was good closing down for Barcelona. Dani Alves might just been a slight knock on Ronaldo as he attempted to steal the ball away.
Gareth Bale offside again.
I thought he was in an offside position. It's the second time he's appealing to the assistant referee. Benzema was clearly offside. Gareth Bale maybe just leaning there as the ball was delivered from Sergio Ramos. The assistant referee in the perfect line to make that decision. It's almost as if Barcelona are playing a diamond in midfield. Busquets deep, obviously. Rakitic to the right, and Iniesta to the left. And Messi at the head of that diamond. I don't think that's a coincidence. They played with an attacking midfield quartet at the Bernabeu, dominated possession.
There's Iniesta, who steals some space, threading it through to Suarez. And Navas going to ground. Luis Suarez returned to international football this week after that long ban for his misdemeanors. He was back with a goal.
Definitely see Rakitic playing slightly wider than usual, but it's an attempt from Enrique to get 4 midfield players in there against the 3 of Real Madrid.
Cristiano Ronaldo. No mistaking when he gets the ball. Can't get around Alves, and Piqué will just guide it out of play.
Of course, as always against Real Madrid, an important job for Dani Alves to try to deny Ronaldo the opportunity to turn and run with the ball. 2 really quick players will be a good contest.
There's a slip from Ramos. Neymar is onto it in a flash. Pepe can't get there, and Suarez! Well, maybe felt the eyes of the world were watching him there.
They are.
And the first booking of the game is to Sergio Ramos, who, when chasing the referee, he felt that he'd been impeded as he went for the ball. Which led to that fantastic chance for Suarez.
It's an interesting position, Suarez. Offside by literally miles. When he gets involved in the play, that should have been the offside decision. And Suarez come back from an offside position, influence the play. The build-up then continues with Neymar. Inexplicably, Suarez misses the target.
He felt that there'd been a slight elbow from Suarez. Not unsurprisingly, a yellow card for Sergio Ramos. He's just back from a ban. I think we make it his 38th career ban, his 19th red card.
It's only a waste of a card so early in the game, isn't it, for a centre-back? Dissent with the referee.
We did go 3 games without a dismissal before the game in Madrid, and of course Isco came on and lost his head and walked the plank. Iniesta, who's playing virtually in a left wing position at the moment. There's been a shuffling of the cards from Luis Enrique. Messi has the freedom of the Camp Nou. Rakitic. Strong defending from Modric.
I must admit, I thought that was a block from Dani Alves, but Barcelona again, another example, trying to win the ball back quickly. Messi was chasing back. Dani Alves certainly impedes Luka Modric there.
There's Cruz. Cut out by Jordi Alba. There's Iniesta. Of course, the significance of that Suarez and Ramos movement was that Suarez couldn't have been offside from a goal kick off the floor. It hadn't been out the goalkeeper's hands. Lionel Messi scored his 50th goal for Argentina this week, which means that, well, we're on the verge of another milestone. He's on 499 to the next. Got cake into 500 goals in his career. 449 at the moment have been for Barcelona. Every week it seems we're rewriting the history books. Another milestone for Messi.
It's Modric for the challenge this time. Barcelona playing a little bout of short passing football in the centre circle.
Well, he had a great reputation at Tottenham Hotspur, but he was never really known as the enforcer, was he?
I think he's fortunate there to get away with just a warning.
It was Gerard Piqué, who was alongside Sergio Ramos, his teammate, but his nemesis as well. Two players who do like to troll each other via social media. Claudia Bravo to Mascherano. Busquets. Barcelona insistent in playing pure football out from the back. Pepe's header. Little nudge. And Gareth Bale, who stayed behind to aid his recovery in the Spanish capital this week. Chris Coleman forming an understanding with the hierarchy of Real Madrid.
There's a silly nudge there from Al, but the bounce was always going to beat Gareth Bale. Going to be a throw into Barcelona.
It has been a respectful start to this game. One last. Piqué. Iniesta shows. Mascherano. 14 minutes gone. And of course, the supporters raising their voices in respect to, well, the greatest number 14 ever, Johan Cruyff. There is son Jordi, who spoke on behalf of the family this week. Jordi, of course, was named after the Catalan saint, St. George, effectively. That was in a time when the name Jordi was banned in Spain under the rule of Franco. Johan Cruyff was having none of it. He stood up against the authorities. We have the 8 living presidents of the club front row tonight here at the Camp Nou, all paying their respects They all had their moments where Johan Cruyff was never a yes man. There's Gareth Bale. Oh, it was a sliding tackle from Piqué. He did well to keep his arms out of the way there. Nervous clearance from Bravo. There's Toni Kroos, been on international duty with Germany. Hasn't weighed in with many goals for Real Madrid since his signing from Bayern Munich, but he scored 2 in 2 last week for his nation. Casemiro. There's a loose pass from him. Encouragement from Zinedine Zidane. I wonder if Rafa Benitez is at home watching, regretting not picking Casemiro for the previous game between these two teams. He'd been a regular in the side. It brought some ballast to the team. But James effectively got his place. James Rodriguez, who'd played only 27 minutes in the previous dozen games back then. Step over to Suarez. Spare man is Neymar. Neymar to Iniesta. Good block from the captain, Sergio Ramos. Game where you feel that something is bubbling just beneath the surface. Iniesta rides the challenges. Neymar to Messi. Carvajal to the rescue. A flick from Karim Benzema, another one that stayed at home to find his fitness. And of course, he's had his issues with the French national team. Alves to Iniesta. Messi. Oh, a little touch from Suarez. The referee tried to play the advantage on 2 occasions and he's had to stop the play, and the latest to see a flash of yellow before his eyes is Carvajal.
I've no idea why Pepe's complained. It was probably 2 yellow card offence in the space of 2 seconds here from Dani Carvajal. The referee choosing to allow the advantage for Barcelona after the first challenge on Luis Suarez. And Iniesta gets there in the nick of time.
Do you know what's interesting there? That may be the one where he's booked, and then he took out Iniesta as well. But he went and apologised to Iniesta. Nothing said to Luis Suarez.
International teammates, Rob. We saw Barcelona play the previous free kick short. It's an interesting range, within shooting range for either Neymar or Messi. It probably is.
That's the goalkeeper's view, which is a rather obscured one. It's Messi! It was close, it was mightily close.
I think Keylor Navas moves across the 6-yard box swiftly and probably has it covered if it is on target. Messi curls it just over the crossbar.
It's been careful rather than cavalier so far. Cristiano Ronaldo, cue the boos. Bumps into Iniesta. Busquets. Now Messi. That's what Casemiro's in there to do, to win the ball back. Picked up by Rakitic. There's a slip, or Rakitic passes on to Suarez across the face of goal. Pepe, Rakitic! Oh, brilliant save. And it needed to be from Keylor Navas. He'd overrun the ball, that Neymar. And the first important save of this game from the Costa Rican keeper.
He's certainly creating the better chances, look more incisive when they do go forward, Barcelona. It's been sporadic attacking play from Real Madrid, but a good effort from Rakitic. An opportunity earlier in that attack to go for goal himself. He laid it out wide to his right. There we see the collision between Ronaldo and Iniesta. Real Madrid needs some of the ball.
Alves. Jordi Alba. Busquets. Now Rakitic. of